This is probably the most nervous I've ever been. Look, you can light it during the intro, Dave. This is off to a horrible start.
I thought this was the intro.
No, we have a montage. It's a special, look who we have. Look who we have. Show them who we have. Yeah. It's okay. Don't say anything. Don't let him ruin your intro. It's Ash Wednesday, one of the most special we've done. We have Kyle Rittenhouse. Let's go. Ash Wednesday.
I don't know enough to know whether that 17-year-old kid exactly what he did, but allegedly he's part of a militia coming out of the state of Illinois. Have you ever heard this president say one negative thing about white supremacists?
A 17-year-old vigilante, arguably a domestic terrorist, picked up a rifle, drove to a different state to shoot people.
We must never allow mob rule.
17-year-old being held on suspicion of first-degree intentional homicide.
You see the 17-year-old who was radicalized by Trumpism, took his AR-15 to Kenosha and became a killer.
So first let me ask you, and I know Joy Reid said this didn't happen, but she's an idiot.
Yes.
When the president, if not outright said, their argument is he didn't call you a white supremacist. He just inferred it and showed a video of you with him narrating about white supremacy. I think that's bad enough. What was that like when the president of the United States, former vice president of the United States, was dragging your name through the mud before you even made it to trial?
Very disappointing. Biden's a former criminal defense attorney, so he should know innocent until proven guilty, but he decided to go guilty before being proved innocent.
Well, he didn't practice. I mean, if he did, it was like for 6 months. He clerked. I mean, he's been suckling at the government, the public teat for his whole life since he was like 27 years old. Yeah.
I've also heard rumors his memory's fading.
Yes. Unsubstantiated.
But, Mr. President, I hope you see this. I'd have a sit down and I'll explain the facts to you so you can understand them.
Were you scared? Did you think that the fix is in at that point? When you see the, most powerful office in the land sounding off, in my mind, I would go, he's emboldened here for a reason. Were you scared?
I was terrified. Like when I have all these lying media organizations, the president coming out and saying all these false things that just are not true.
Right.
It's just like, how could somebody get away with that and not be honest journalists?
Well, the Clintons killed a guy.
Oh, is that true?
Allegedly. The FBI, though, to me, that was really scary. I think for a lot of people, they realized, okay, in this case, I don't want to tar and feather one at the FBI. In this case, there's a politically charged agenda if they didn't give them this footage.
At least behind someone, right? Yeah.
Yes.
But in this case, I didn't see this as a political case. I saw this about a case of self-defense. That's how I looked at it. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but that's how I saw it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what it was. It was the right time for the media to build up a story that they wanted, and they used you, and that's terrifying, I'm sure.
Yeah, especially just being a normal 17-year-old kid who was attacked, and next thing I know, everybody in this world apparently knows who I am.
Yeah. Well,
I can't imagine.
And I don't want to, and you let me know if I'm going to attacked by I mean, you didn't know at the time, a child rapist, who, and this has nothing to do with you exercising your right to self-defense, but it also goes back to this idea of the sort of these reforms that we've seen. This is a guy who really probably should have been locked away for life.
Yes.
Based on the crimes that he had committed. Just like you see people in New York, with this sort of cash bail. They go out and they commit violent crimes again. And unfortunately, law-abiding citizens are the ones who get vilified. People would say, well, you had no business being there. I never said that because I don't believe that. I think it's a lot easier for people to say, I'm justifying why I wasn't there. I think a lot of people thought, this is a kid who's trying to do the right thing because no one is. And a city where he works and he has close ties is ablaze. I know you probably would, if you could do it again, you wouldn't go.
Hindsight being 2020.
Yes.
I would have stayed home. Hindsight being 2020, but we can't change that. And it doesn't change the fact that I was attacked and defended myself.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you would have stayed home just because you'd rather avoid all this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I can't imagine being 18. I mean, and I know it's got to be difficult for you to have to, deal with all of this. But, why did you go out that night? That's what I guess. Because so many people
Well, he was there before that night.
Oh, you were there
You
before the night?
Yeah, you were there before.
I was there that morning cleaning graffiti off of Ruther Central High School with Dominic and my sister and Ray. And then I stayed the night at Dominic's house the night prior, and we had fish for dinner that night. So.
Yeah. See, I just think
pivotal.
people need to hear that, though, because there's
About the
this...
fish?
Yeah, was it good? What
Did you have? You have
salmon?
tilapia? Was it a halibut? I'm a halibut guy.
Bluegill chips.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
fried bluegill chips. Really good. One of my favorite foods.
really?
Yeah.
Well, that's very specific. You're going to be a very good Instagram foodie.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are gonna love it.
Food is everything and explains the gut. It's almost bigger than Dave's.
Please.
Good Lord! By the way, don't think, Dave, that I don't know that is a brand new Banana Republic sweater.
It is. I got it yesterday.
You wear Banana Republic
Me too. Look at this.
Wow.
You see how we have everything. What do you want for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas?
Yeah,
well, I
for
got
real.
my Christmas gift, freedom.
Well, there you go.
There you go. But what do you really want for Christmas?
Yeah. Besides freedom.
Yeah, besides freedom.
Oh, what
I
do
mean,
I-
that's a good answer, Amy Grant.
Listen, I'm going to ask some questions nobody's asked yet because people
Well, I
want to
didn't
know.
mean you. I mean him saying that he wants freedom for Christmas.
I think it's a good. Well, we're not going to have it much longer.
No.
So we might as well enjoy it while we can.
Right. So, what do you have anything that you want specifically?
What do I want for Christmas? Oh. Everybody in this world to just stop fighting and unite as one instead of being politically divided. Just
Yeah, what's
everybody
number two?
to be together. And
Well, they're kind of doing it
Next on
with
the list?
China.
We're gonna have to move on down. I don't think that one's coming down your chimney this year.
What did you read in jail? I'm curious about that.
I read the entire Maze Runner series. I read so much in jail.
Yeah.
I've never read so much in my life. I didn't have my phone.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing.
No.
No, I thought you were gonna be like, oh, I learned a lot about myself. Like, no, I wanted to be TikToking.
Yeah, well, I wanted to be posting on 4 Doors More Horrors.
Yeah, that was right. That was brought up. That was your social.
yeah, I don't see how being hilarious is a problem.
Guilty.
Yeah, done.
And not to be the elephant in the room, the only thing hilarious is Dave's gut hanging out.
Oh, stop. What
I'm
did you
just
say?
kidding, Dave.
guy?
I'm just kidding, Dave.
Shots fired, huh?
That was a bad joke.
He's gonna play Santa next week. He's getting in character.
No, I eat a lot of fish.
Yes, I know you said that you didn't. It wasn't something that should be celebrated. What
That
you
is
had to do.
correct.
But you don't feel guilt for what you had to do. Do you?
No, I knew I defended myself, and I just don't think it's something to be celebrated out. At the end of the day, 2 lives were lost, and
Yeah.
I may have been attacked, but it's not something to celebrate.
I don't think it's something to celebrate. And I asked that because if you said that you did, this would be an intervention that you should not feel any guilt. And I know sometimes there's misplaced guilt when there's a traumatic event.
Well, that's when somebody does the right thing.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I think for the most part.
But
soldiers.
What it's not something to be. I understand what you're saying to be celebrated, but and what I talked about on air is you were there trying to do the right thing. That's why I never took a step back. Like, yeah, he shouldn't have been there. No, I understand why you were there, and I actually commend you for being there because you were there for a long time, cleaning up and helping. You weren't one of these people, and I'm saying this. Look, and you're gonna have to take this praise for a second. You just let me give him this praise. You weren't there taking and harming lives like the people who attacked you. They all, and this is relevant, you didn't know it at the time, but they all spent a lifetime harming other people. You have not. You were there to help, and I don't think it was wrong for you to be there, and I think it's important that, even though you don't think it's something to be celebrated, and I understand the sentiment, I certainly celebrate that occurred rather than the alternative, because I know that if you hadn't defended yourself, which is what the left has excoriated you for, you'd be dead. You'd be dead. And that's not justice.
At
And
all.
We're really glad. There are a lot of people, I just want you to know, like, for us, when we're sitting, we're just really glad that you are not dead and you're not locked up. It really does. Like, I've never had a more vested interest. I tell people I'm not unbiased. It was really, really, I've had conversations with my wife about how heavy it was on my heart. I know you don't celebrate the loss of life, but I celebrate that you're still alive and you did what you had to do. So you're open to dating.
I am very open.
So
open
maybe
to
that's
dating.
what you want for Christmas.
That's what I want for
A
Christmas.
nice
yes.
dame. What are you looking for in a woman?
Yes. Yes.
Tracts of land?
Tracts of land.
Yeah. No, what are you looking for in a woman?
Some person that just wants to date me for who I am. And what I'm looking for in a woman is I like a girl with a little bit of butt.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Slim waist, big tits, big boobs, big boobs.
Now,
Gage Grosskreutz on the Zoom call falling out of his chair.
All-time best part of the trial.
Yeah, was it?
All time best.
Did you pee a little?
I pissed myself.
Yeah. Well, what's funny about
Nothing
it is he was down for a while.
Well, because he was probably high.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a Charlie Chaplin sketch.
It was
He didn't
hilarious.
tip over. It was like when Marv in Home Alone
Yeah.
is outside the window, slips on the ice. Whoop! He goes straight down. Like, how do you even do that?
Oh no! It was like definitely like like a director yelled action.
But you seem like you were laughing before that on the Zoom call.
Oh, I think I was laughing at something Mark was saying, and then I saw that, and then I was really laughing.
Were you worried that if you laughed too much, it would be used against you?
No, I just there was the thing, like I had to show professionalism there.
Yeah. I wouldn't say mission accomplished on that one.
So I'd have to agree.
You don't have the best poker face.
Well, that
You were clearly tickled pink.
So Steven,
Yeah.
did this interview stress you? I noticed you got a little gray right here.
Oh,
in the interview.
geez. Well, okay. So Dave's fat and I'm great. Yeah, it's called Twins and Titanium Rib Cage, but it's nothing compared to your stress.
you have no
almost
idea
got,
what you've just done.
Yeah, what would you advise other young men to do?
The best advice I can give anybody is to stay humble and know who you are, and just don't let people get to you. Just know who you are, know what you stand for, and stay humble and believe in yourself no matter what. Don't think about what other people are saying. Just focus on you and being a better person and bettering yourself for the better.
And the best way to stay humble is accuse someone of being fat, gray.
That is correct.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.